What's up, YouTube? Jeff, your Style O.G. And on today's video, I've got for you a cologne review of Tom Ford's Ombre Leather. If you're new to the channel, we release a new video every Monday, Thursday, and Saturday at 4 p.m. Eastern, discussing various men's lifestyle topics such as style, grooming, and dating. I invite you to subscribe, tap that notification bell, and join us. And to my returning friends like Adam English, salute. Now, if you're anything like me, you might be a fan of leather fragrances, but sometimes you realize they're just too heavy. They're overdone. You like that masculine feel, but wish you could grab a fragrance that was a little more subtle. Enter Tom Ford's Ombre Leather. On today's video, I'm going to discuss with you why, spoiler alert, Tom Ford's Ombre Leather might be the best choice of a leather fragrance out there. Why it's the right combination of a nice masculine leather scent, but still refined. And of course, I'm gonna leave in the description a link to Tom Ford's Ombre Leather if you wanna pick up a bottle for yourself. So without any further delay, let's hop right into the cologne review. Now, as I mentioned, Tom Ford's Ombre Leather is a leather fragrance done in a refined, elegant way. And that includes the bottle. Before we even get into the scent, can we talk a little bit about the presentation? I love how Tom Ford has put Ombre Leather in this nice matte black finish bottle. It's not the typical design you usually see. Love this matte black finish. I think it's one of the best bottle designs on the market. So extra points for Ombre Leather just for the presentation. Now let's get into the scent. With Tom Ford Ombre Leather, you have a rich, sensual, masculine, warm, leathery scent. I love how it's warm, deep, and smooth, but it's balanced. And I think that has to do with the note composition. You have a top note of cardamom, mid notes of leather and jasmine, and base notes of amber, patchouli, and moss, all combined to give you this rich, warm, leathery scent with just the right amount of a floral hint. It's spicy and it's slightly fruity, toning down the leather just a bit. I think Tom Ford's Ombre Leather is very masculine, but not obnoxious. Like I mentioned, very balanced. To me, it's just the ultimate refined, smooth leather fragrance. Now, when you first spray Tom Ford's Ombre Leather on, the dominant scent you get immediately is that leather, with a slight hint of fruitiness and a slight bit of floral. And as it begins to dry down over the next half hour, you're gonna get some spiciness come in, you're gonna get some woodsiness to come in. And as you wear it throughout the day, you're gonna get a little bit more smokiness, more of that leather, and a little bit more warmth. Although you do get a predominance of the leather and the warmth, it's still balanced with that hint of floral and the hint of fruity. And as I keep mentioning throughout this video, I know it's kind of a theme, I find it to be a very refined, I like to call it the wearable leather scent. It gives you that feel of a nice worn-in leather jacket. Now that we talked about the scent of Tom Ford's Ombre Leather, let's get into the performance. Now, when it comes to projection, this isn't a projection monster. I would say it projects moderately. Everybody isn't gonna notice you immediately, but they will pick up on it once they get close. And I think that's keeping in the theme of a wearable, subtle leather scent. However, when it comes to longevity, Tom Ford's Ombre Leather definitely gets the job done. I have no problem getting this one to last 10 hours. Now, although I am telling you this is a subtle leather scent, do yourself a favor, don't overspray it. Just like any warm, woodsy, leathery scent, too many sprays will come off obnoxious. I'd say 2 or 3 sprays max. Now let's talk a little bit about who I think Tom Ford Ombre Leather works best for. As far as ages, I would say 21 and up. High school guys, this one might be a little bit too leathery, a little too mature. But I think for my college guys, all the way up to my OGs, Tom Ford Ombre Leather's an excellent choice. Now, where would I wear Tom Ford's Ombre Leather? I'd say probably anywhere other than the office. Although it is a refined leather scent, it's still heavy enough that it might not quite work at the office. Other than the office, I think it works in a wide range of settings. On a date, hanging out on the weekend. I think it can work in a great club setting, and you can wear it anywhere from casual to dressed up. Now, as far as what times of the year would I wear Tom Ford's Ombre Leather, I would say anywhere from early fall to late spring. You can probably almost get away with it year round, but I don't think it works quite as well during the summer. maybe it's just a little bit too warm. Now, one of the other things I want to mention, I know most of you out there, if you're familiar with Tom Ford fragrances, you know they can be kind of expensive. That's one of the bonuses about Ombre Leather. This is one of the less expensive Tom Ford fragrances. So if you're looking to step out and buy yourself a bottle of Tom Ford fragrance, but you don't want to go the $300 route, grab a bottle of Ombre Leather. Now, as you can obviously see, I'm a huge fan of Tom Ford's Ombre Leather. To me, the most wearable leather scent on the market. It's refined, it's smooth, it's spicy, it's leathery, it's woodsy. It gives you a great masculine feel without being obnoxious. Super refined, smooth, and elegant. On a scale of 1 to 10 salutes, I give Tom Ford's Ombre Leather 9.5 salutes. Now, obviously you can see I'm a huge fan of this fragrance, but as always, I'd love to have your input. Have you tried Tom Ford's Ombre Leather? And if you have, what's your verdict? Do you recommend it, not recommend it? Let the Style O.G family know in the comments section.